Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Susie from Susie's Room for Crochet and I'm here today with another tutorial for you. Now I've been working on this blanket for quite a bit of time and I've finally finished it, and I have done a tutorial on how to do this stitch, which is the drunken granny stitch or the wavy granny stitch, and I complemented this blanket with a beautiful border done in like a vintage style, and I thought I would come on here and show you how to do this border, because you can really put this border on anything really. It doesn't have to be a blanket, it could be anything, or you could put it on any blanket even. It doesn't have to be this stitch. It works really well with any pattern. So what I'm going to do is get this out the way. I mean, I just love it, it's so pretty. But what I did was I made a tiny little square for the purpose of this tutorial, just to show you how to do the border. So we can pretend that this is a blanket, and then what you're going to do is grab some yarn in whatever colour you want to border your blanket in. I'm going to be using white, and I've put my background to purple so that you can see me working with the white yarn, because my background's normally white. So to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. You can do this however you prefer, and then keeping the slip knot on your hook, we're going to insert our hook into the corner space of our blanket and do a standing single crochet. So that is a standing single crochet when you have the slip stitch, the slip stitch on your hook, and you place a single crochet excuse me, into the corner space. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place a single crochet into every single stitch along our blanket. So insert your hook into the first stitch, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. That's a single crochet. I'm talking in US terms. All my videos are in US terms because I think the UK is the only place that uses a different termination, so I just prefer to stick with the US terminology. So work your way along, inserting your hook into each stitch and placing 1 single crochet into every stitch. And as this is just single crochets all the way along, I'm going to crochet along and meet you back when I get to the end of this corner to show you how we're going to work the corners. Okay, I'm back. I've worked a single crochet into every single stitch, and I'm now at my first corner. So when you get to the corner, you're going to place 1 single crochet in the corner space, then place 1 single crochet in the corner space, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and place another single crochet back into that very corner space, and then continue on working 1 single crochet into every stitch until you get to the next corner, where you will do exactly the same. 1 single crochet in the corner space, a chain 2, and another single crochet in the corner space. And that's what you're going to do, working your way around, all the way around until you get back to your first corner where you started, and I'll be back then to show you how we're going to finish that corner and begin our next row. Okay, I'm continuing with my single crochets. I'm almost coming up to my final corner, inserting 1 single crochet into each stitch. And if you've done a granny square, you will have like an even number of stitches for each side. If you've chained 1, I should have mentioned this in the beginning, I didn't chain 1 in between my clusters, but if you did, then you must place a single crochet in the space like that for the stitch that you have in between. But if you haven't, then you just crochet 1 single crochet into every stitch. And if you haven't got an even number of stitches either side, this pattern will still work out really well. So I've come to my first corner where we placed the first single crochet. I'm going to now place a single crochet in that corner, chain 2, and slip stitch into the first single crochet that we did. And that's how our first round should be looking. Right, now for round two, we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then what we're going to do is skip 2 stitches, and in the 3rd stitch we're going to place a double crochet. So to do a double crochet, we yarn over, insert our hook into the stitch, grab the yarn and pull through. You'll have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's a double crochet. And then what we're going to do is chain 1 and place another double crochet in that very same stitch. And what you've created here now is what's known as a V-stitch. And we're going to work V-stitches all the way around this square. So we're going to skip 2 stitches again, yarn over and place a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1 and double crochet back into that same stitch, skip 2, 1, 2, insert your hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1 and double crochet back into that same stitch. I'll show you one more time. Skip 2, yarn over and place a double crochet into the 3rd stitch, chain 1 and double crochet back into that same stitch. So work your way along, and when I'm almost at the end of this side, I will meet you back to show you how we're going to work the corners. Okay, I'm almost at my corner, so I'm skipping these 2 stitches and placing my V-stitch in here. And what you will find is that you will either have 1 or 2, I've got 1 stitch before the corner. You will either have 1 or 2 stitches before the corner. If you've got 1 or 2 stitches left before you reach your corner, that's absolutely fine. You'll continue as I'm going to show you now. But if you have 3 stitches, you just do a chain 1 and then carry on now, like I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we're missing this 1 stitch, and into this corner space we're going to place a V-stitch. Then we're going to chain 1 and do another V-stitch back into that corner space. And then what we're going to do is continue on by skipping 2 and working our way round, doing our V-stitches. So now you've got round the corner, skip 2 and V-stitch. Now you can continue on until you get to the next corner, and I will be back again to show you once more what we're going to do. Okay, I've reached the other side of my square. I now have 2 stitches which I'm going to skip. So because we skipped 2 here, which we're supposed to do, skipping 2 in between, but we just had 1 stitch there. So now what we're going to do is skip these 2 stitches, but if you've got 3, you do a chain 1 now, but if you've got 2 or 1, just continue with me by placing a V-stitch into that corner space, chain 1, and that's our V-stitch. Then chain 1 and place another V-stitch into that corner space. So each corner has got 2 V-stitches separated by a chain 1, and then off we go again, skipping 2 stitches and V-stitching in the next stitch. So continue on now all the way around until you get almost to, I'll meet you back just before we reach the first corner that we did to show you how we're going to finish that corner off and start our next round. Okay, I've reached my final corner. I have 2 stitches left. I'm going to V-stitch in the corner space, chain 1, and then we've got to finish this stitch off. So we've got half the stitch here. We're going to place another double crochet into that corner space, chain 1, and then find the top of that chain 3 and just single crochet into that space, and that's finished that corner off really nicely, as you can see. So that's how you should be looking after round 2 of this border. So now what you're going to do for this round and every single round after, when you've slip stitched into the top of that chain 3, you're going to insert your hook into that V stitch, the first V stitch, and slip stitch. So that takes you into the V stitch, and then you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then double crochet into that V stitch. And what that does is that counts as a double crochet, a chain 1 and a double crochet to make your first V. And then all you're going to do is V stitch into each V stitch. So insert your hook into the V stitch, grab the yarn and do your double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. And that's how easy it is. So just V stitch into each V stitch all the way along, V stitch. I'm going to get sick of me saying V stitch. V stitch. I'll work this side with you because I'm almost to the corner anyway. Okay, so now we've come to these 2 V stitches in the corner. What we're going to do is V stitch into this first V stitch, and then you have this chain 1 space separating the other V stitch. So what you're going to do is in this chain 1 space, you're going to do a V stitch, a chain 1, and another V stitch, all in that chain 1 space. And that makes your corner. And then carry on V stitching into your V stitches. And this is all you're going to do. I'm going to carry on down this side, but I'll meet you back here at this corner to show you once more how we're going to work the corners. So you continue on doing your V stitches and I'll meet you back soon. Okay, here I am. I'm come to my second corner now. So it's a V stitch in that V stitch. And then when you come to the chain 1 space that was separating those 2 V stitches, you're going to do a V stitch, a chain 1 and another V stitch all in that one space. So V stitch, chain 1 and another V stitch all in that chain 1 space. And then jumping into the next V stitch, you'll just do your V stitches as you've been doing all the way around. So continue on all the way around doing your V stitches, remembering at the corners, that chain 1 space separating the 2 V stitches, you'll do a V stitch, a chain 1 and a V stitch all in the same space. And I'm going to work my way around, and when I get almost to the end, I will meet you back to show you how we're going to finish this round. Okay, I'm coming up to my final corner. I'm at my corner V stitches now. So what I should have mentioned earlier as well is the corners like a 2 V stitches separated by chain 1, and as you're going round, if you're a little bit unsure where that actual chain 1 space is, you can always place a little stitch marker in there to guide you, so you make sure that you get your corner V stitches right in the correct place. So we're V stitching into this stitch, this V stitch. Then we come to the corner, the chain 1, so we're going to do a V stitch, a chain 1 and a V stitch. That's my V stitch, chain 1 and a V-stitch, and then we have one more V-stitch here that we're going to place a V-stitch in. And then what you're going to do is find the top of that chain 3, so you'll have one chain before the end of that double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, that's my third one, and slip stitch, and that's how you should be looking. So all the work is lying nice and flat, and this is how you're going to continue exactly what you did on this row. You can do as many rows as you want. I think I did 1, 2, 3 on my blanket, so I'm going to do one more row, but I'll show you once again how you're going to start off, and then I'm going to do one more round, and I'll be back to show you how I did this beautiful edging for my final round of this border. So to start off again, you're inserting your hook into that V-stitch and slip stitching to get you into the V-stitch, then chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet, and there you go, you're off again, V-stitching into every V-stitch. Remember, when you get to the corners, you're going to do a V-stitch, a chain 1, and a V-stitch all in that chain 1 space. Mark your corners with stitch markers if you're not sure where they are, and I'm going to work my way around now, and I will meet you back before I get to the end of this round to finish up with you and show you how we're going to work the final round of our border for this blanket. Okay, I'm coming up to my final corner, so I'm going to place my last V-stitch in there, and then the chain 1 space is here, so we're going to do a V-stitch, a chain 1, and a V-stitch, and then we've just got a couple of stitches around the corner here to go into. So that's my first V-stitch there around the corner, and we have one more V-stitch here, and that's our final V-stitch. And then what we're going to do is find the top of the chain 3 again, insert our hook into that top chain and just slip stitch. So that completes round 4 of our border. So now I'm going to show you how to do the final round of how I did my blanket. And what you're going to do again is slip stitch into that chain 1 space and chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. Then place another double crochet into that V-stitch. Then what you're going to do is chain 2, 1, 2, and place another 3 double crochets into that first V-stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. And then into the next V-stitch, you're going to do a single crochet. Into the next one, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, a chain 2, and another 3 double crochets into that same space. 1, 2, 3. Why we've only got 2 on this side of the first one is we'll finish that one off when we come around. So single crochet into the next V, and then into the next one it's 3 double crochets, a chain 2, and 3 double crochets, then single crochet, then 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. So work your way along like that in every stitch, doing your cluster like this, and then your single crochet in between. So 1, 2, 3, chain 2 and 3 double crochets back into that V-stitch, 3, then single crochet. So work your way along, and just before we get to the corner I will be back to show you how we're going to work the corners. Okay, I'm almost at the corner now, so I've done a single crochet in that V-stitch. I'm going to do my cluster in this V-stitch. We'll call it a cluster. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to single crochet in the next space and do our cluster in the next V-stitch. And this is all you're going to do. You just keep doing your clusters, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then in between each cluster you will do a single crochet. So that's 3, and then we're going to single crochet in the next one, and that's how the corner will look. So work your way all the way around, doing your clusters and single crochet and cluster, single crochet all the way along until you get to almost the first corner where we started, and I will be back to show you how we're going to finish off. I'm actually coming up to my second corner, so I thought I'd just pop back and show you how we do it. So this is the V-stitch before the chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets for our cluster, and then in the chain 1 space we're just doing a single crochet. So this is how it should really work out. In the very chain 1 space between the 2 V-stitches in your corner space, you shouldn't really do a cluster. It should be a chain 1, and I hope that it works out like that for you, but if it doesn't, don't worry too much about it. It will still look lovely. So after you've done your single crochet into that chain 1 corner space, just carry on making your clusters and single crochets in your V-stitches. Chain, single crochet. So these are how the corner should be looking, and I'm going to continue working my way around, and I will be back to show you how we're going to finish off when we come around the final corner. Okay, I'm at my final corner. I'm going to single crochet into that chain 1 space, place a cluster in the next V-stitch, and then a single crochet in the next V-stitch, a cluster in this next V-stitch. So that's 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets, a single crochet in my final V-stitch, and to finish off this stitch here we're going to place a double crochet into that V. So do a double crochet and then find the top of that chain 3, insert your hook into that top of chain and slip stitch, and that's it. You just fasten off after, snip your yarn and fasten off after that. And how lovely does that border look? I mean, this is quite a small blanket, but you can work this on anything and it just looks so stunning and beautiful. And yeah, I really, this is like my favourite border. I love putting this border on nearly every blanket that I do, because it just works out so lovely, and your work should be flat and even all the way around. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you've been able to follow along with me, and I will see you all again in another tutorial very soon. Thank you all for watching. See you all soon. Bye for now.